Namaste, Assalamu alaikum, Sat Sri Akal Ji Vanakkam. Hello and welcome to a Brit Reacts to Bollywood. I'm being very silly, but it is extremely hot. I'm going out of my mind. London is not usually this hot. 28 degrees centigrade. 28 degrees. It's really hot, really hot. And next week it may reach the mid-30s. And perhaps that's quite normal in India. Perhaps that's something that is quite tolerable in Asia and the southeast of Asia, but it's incredibly hot for us. And I really like some of the videos I've been looking at. I'm in the last top 10 of the 100 greatest Bollywood songs as voted for in BBC Asian Network, and I love it. I've discovered some really beautiful songs, and the film Mughal-e-Azam, I think that's the name of it, was incredible. Just looking at that particular song that we did was absolutely stunning, and I really appreciate your feedback and the enthusiasm. I'm going to keep watching. I also recently paid a visit to Sweden. Let me know if you would like to see the sort of video I made and a little commentary. I'd really appreciate your feedback on that. Let's take a look at the song and the film for today. This is, I think, number 7 in the 100 greatest Bollywood songs. It's from the film Sholay. Now look at that. The poster looks beautiful. It's got the greatest star cast ever assembled, greatest story ever told. It's very epic and bold and actiony, isn't it? Look at that, 70mm and stereophonic sound. R.D. Burman. I love that poster. Really pulp, epic action period era poster. The film translates to Embers in English. It's a 1975 action-adventure film written by Salim Javed, directed by Ramesh Sippy and produced by his father G.P. Sippy. It's about two criminals, Viru, played by Dharmendra, and Jai, played by Amitabh Bachchan, hired by a retired police officer, Sanjeev Kumar, to capture the ruthless dacoit Gabbar Singh, played by Amjad Khan. Hema Malini and Jaya Baduri also star as Viru and Jai's love interests, Basanti and Radha, respectively. Sholay is considered a classic and one of the best Indian films. This is interesting. It was ranked first in the British Film Institute's 2002 poll of top 10 Indian films of all time. It was shot in the rocky terrain of Ramanagara in the southern state of Karnataka over a span of 2.5 years. Because the Central Board of Film Certification mandated the removal of several violent scenes, Sholay was released with a length of 198 minutes. In 1990, the original director's cut of 204 minutes became available on home media. Woo! Word of mouth helped it become a box office success. It's broken records for continuous showings in theatres. It was an overseas success in the Soviet Union. How crazy is this? It was the highest grossing Indian film ever at the time and was the highest grossing film in India up until Hum Aapke Hain Kaun several decades later. By numerous accounts, Sholay remains one of the highest grossing Indian films of all time, adjusted for inflation. So this is a big film we're talking about. It's a dacoit western, it's been described as, which means dacoity is a term used for banditry in India. It's also sometimes called a curry western, combining the conventions of Indian dacoit films with that of spaghetti westerns in the West, along with elements of samurai cinema. How interesting. Sholay is also a defining example of the masala film, which mixes several genres in one work. The combined sales of the original soundtrack, scored by R.D. Burman, and the dialogues set new sales records. The film's dialogues and certain characters became extremely popular, contributing to numerous cultural memes and becoming part of India's daily vernacular. My gosh. Let's take a look at this song. The song is YEH DOSTI Hum Nahi TODENGE, or TODENGE? TODENGE? This is very intriguing to me. Let's take a look. Let's withhold our judgment. I've no idea what to expect. I'm excited. An Indian Western. great. Great. Whoa! I love it. Oh, I love that shot. Beautiful landscape. I love their energy. Their vibe is great. Comedy. Look at that. Oh! Wow, that's so cheeky. That's so cute, their friendship. Uh-oh. He's doing this for comedy. Nice footage, actually. This is... Beautiful. really playful and innocent. Great. I love that. Wow. Yeah. Beautiful landscape. Look at that shot. Wonderfully done. There's something really addictive and catchy about this tune, and I completely get the appeal of the soundtrack, of the dialogue. I think it sounds amazing. This is a wonderfully vibrant and alive song and film and music video. I can tell the chemistry between the two actors here with Amitabh and his friend is wonderful. They picked two wonderful actors to work alongside each other. That's great casting. What I get from it is such a sense of innocence. This is probably the most, of all the videos I've seen, this is the most innocently masculine, free, fun video that I've seen. I've never seen a video that's touched so much on just young male freedom and young male friendship, and I really feel like it ran the gamut there. There was only one sort of romantic moment where there was a potential hookup with this beautiful girl on the streets, the roadside. And what was funny was that they couldn't decide between them. Neither of them could, even by the coin toss, determine that they were going to go for her. And they gave up on her and she ran away. And there was something just so young and male. You know, there's that meme, if you're into memes, where a woman sleeping alongside her husband and she's like, I bet he's thinking about other women, and then you see what he's thinking about and he's just thinking about some silly childish thing. It's kind of like that. It's totally, there's no agenda, there's no love triangle, there's no tension, there's no fight. It's just brilliant freedom and a celebration of young life, two free young men and their friendship, and you see them holding hands at the beginning of the video. I think that's a really particular subject that needs to be celebrated, that needs to be explored in cinema. I think it's so beautiful, and you see that when men hold hands in certain countries and they're just being friends. I think it's beautiful. I think it also had a huge vibe of the 70s, and you could see that aspect of free love. You could see that aspect of anything is possible that so much of the 60s and 70s had. Two guys, a motorcycle and the beautiful little sidecar there, and they're just driving through this stunning Indian landscape, and they're encountering people, simple villagers who are living a lifestyle that's been lived there for millennia. And it's such an interesting two worlds colliding, meeting there. I thought that was really interesting. It was such a beautiful energy to that video and that song that I can tell the film itself is a classic. I can really tell. You could probably guess that I love this. I think it's wonderfully simple. So much of it is just the two guys having fun on the bike in this gorgeous Indian landscape. I think there's probably loads more that I'll take from it, but as I'm so hot, it's hard to think beyond what I've thought. I think it's such a catchy tune. I really love listening to this tune, and it went on for 6 minutes, but it could have gone on much longer. There was so much simple comedy. I really liked the way the cinematographer shot those scenes where the bike was slipping and their adventure was getting dangerous for a second, but not too dangerous. And you see people running and stuff. I thought that was really funny, the way that that was filmed. Their little simple jokes and capers. They're like two young boys. It was really fun and beautiful and innocent. So I really appreciate this, and I'm going to watch the film. I would love to hear your feedback on this, because this seems to me like such a great thing to grow up with in the 70s. If you were a young man of a similar age or a young boy, you would just want to live that life riding a bike with your friends. Sounds great to me. All right, I am your Brit reacting to Bollywood. I'm loving discovering more films that I've never heard of before. I wish you all a safe, a well-hydrated and enjoyable summer. I will see you next week. Chin chin, cheerio.